Info FM. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. .3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
My name's Joyce. Over the weekend, there was a Senate hearing on COVID-19, and Fauci had to, he's the head of the CDC, and he had to sit before the Senate to attempt answering questions around COVID. It was a long one. Plus, Fauci didn't answer any questions, and every question was substantial, and he didn't answer any. And I wanted to play you excerpts from that hearing over the weekend. In fact, I was drawn to that particular hearing because I got a link to the White House, whitehouse.gov, and they pretty much have a website right now, whitehouse.gov/lab leak origins of COVID-19. Yes, the American White House. So, your thoughts are right. This is how many years after COVID-19. Inquiries are still ongoing. Answers are still being sought to question left unanswered. Well, if you go to the website I've just mentioned, you would see the landing page, or on that landing page, can we just establish that the news can be manipulated in a sense that you're given half-truths or total lie? Usually it's half-truths or manufactured circumstances in order to manufacture consent. Exactly. So a very good way to, explain that would be, we want to give you something, but you wouldn't take it if we just invited you to come take it. Particularly because you sense, one, you don't need it because you're not ill. Two, thank you, I'm sufficient, or I'm satisfied, or whatever other reasons, religious, health, whatever reasons you may find. Well, so they create a problem. And I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened. I'm telling you what is most likely to happen in the pursuit of an agenda through the use of propaganda. You create a problem, you provide the solution. So another way to also look at that logic is that the opposition can be controlled opposition. So those who may be saying yes, no, could also be controlled by the very guys who are saying yes or no. You kind of get the point. Yeah, good. So you may have people who say, take it. That's one side, right? And then you may have people who say, well, let's wait a little bit to be sure if we should take it or not. Or let's interrogate it a little bit. Yeah, those people with seemingly opposing views, or those who say don't take it, can sometimes be controlled opposition. Now, I don't know what the facts are, but I've read enough propaganda to know that this is exactly, the blueprint is all the same. The blueprint is the same. All right. So if you go on this landing page, I'm going to read to you the 5 pointers that the White House website highlights. I wanted to play this audio, or at least a part of the audio, because it was a long hearing. But I don't think we're going to have time today. But I'm just out of sheer curiosity needing to share this with you on the landing page of the White House. So first, number one, they say the virus possesses a biological characteristic that is not found in nature. Not my words. This is the White House. 2, data shows that all COVID-19 cases stem from a single introduction into humans. This runs contrary to previous pandemics where there were multiple spillover events. 3, Wuhan is home to China's foremost SARS research lab, which has a history of conducting gain-of-function research, quote, gene altering and organism supercharging, close quote, at inadequate biosafety levels. So I'll read that again. Wuhan, China, is home to foremost SARS research lab, which has a history of conducting gain-of-function research. And in bracket here, they say gene altering and organism supercharging, close, at inadequate biosafety levels. 4, Wuhan Institute of Virology. Researchers were sick with COVID-19-like symptoms in the fall of 2019, months before COVID-19 was discovered at the wet market. 5. By nearly all measures of science, if there was evidence of a natural origin, it would have already surfaced. But it hasn't. Full stop. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave you to draw conclusions of this, but basically another way to help you summarize would be that COVID-19 is not a natural known cause. COVID-19 has no natural known cause. Exactly. So it's bioengineered. Exactly. Yes, you're right. Bioengineered. Okay, so now if we zoom out a little bit and we try to scope their entire, I don't know what you remember of the COVID-19, the lockdown, the wearing of the masks, the closing of schools, social distancing, the fact that some people were forced to get vaccinated, others were fired. Social media platforms were used to force or impose silence. In fact, what happened was opposing views, doctors, let me even put it that way, doctors had their pages banned, their videos taken down. Some people were laid off of work. I used to follow a doctor then who pretty much spoke against the science of COVID and said that the facts didn't quite add up, and he was fired. Now, that's one of many doctors that were fired, or that was fired, because they had an opposing view to what was general perception. The reason this is necessary is because if you don't look at history, you can't tell what's happening now, what will happen in the future. If you don't look at history, you don't know what will come again, and you wouldn't know how to approach it. If you don't look back, there's also a reason they're still investigating. If you don't look at history, the chances are, yeah, you may not be in the lab, but you're a rat. That's for sure. Pun intended. You're someone's experiment. And so the hearing was for Fauci to answer questions before elected officers of the U.S. government regarding COVID and the role he played. And Fauci 100 plus times said he wasn't going to answer the questions. And so it was concluded that the only reason he wouldn't answer the question was because he knew that he had done something wrong or because he was guilty. All right. And yes, you would wonder why the White House put this on a website too. And for some of you, you may say, too late, already taken it. You're right. Too late. You've already taken it. You've already taken the vaccine. And I don't know if there's something you can do to fix that. There's probably something you can do if you know what's wrong. You can try to walk your way back. For example, I can't prove it, to be honest. I cannot prove it, but I also think that fibroids that you find all over the world today could have been something injected into human. I can't prove it. I would like to say that. I'm no scientific person. I'm not a doctor. I have no scientific background. I'm just curious enough to know the game, if I can put it that way. I think that if you look at the way fibroids occur in humans, in the humans in which it occurs, the races in which it's more dominant, I'm beginning to think that this is also engineered. It's just the same way someone can tell you that you can inherit obesity. You're like, then you look at the science of it, and they're telling you that there's something about the genes. So you can alter the gene, and a gene can express itself in a certain way. Like is cancer. They tell you it's also about genes, that it's a gene expression. It's like, all right. So, if you would, you can just Google the Senate hearing. Fauci, it's on Google. You can read through the articles. You can watch the videos. It's necessary that you do it. In the future, when something... Because they've also been promising that another pandemic is coming. And what that means is that the entire process will play back again. Maybe people will have to be quarantined. A vaccine would need to be found in record time. People would need to be told to stay back at home, and the news is going to flood you with information. You would be probably forced at some point to do something so that you don't die. They'll incentivize you to tell you, get a vaccine, get donuts. Then your leaders, the world powers, will get on television and get vaccinated just to encourage you. They'll do everything to get you to go queue up and submit consent. And like COVID, 7 years later, they'll tell you, yeah, it wasn't a natural disease. It was lab created. And so maybe you're too busy to bother about the facts or the details because, well, you're not dead. And then you live a little longer. Your life starts to cave in. You have this problem. You have that problem. You have that other problem. But you can't tell where your problem's coming from because you can't find your way. You can't find your way back to COVID. Well, I thought to mention that, so you should go read that, and let's get into matters that are home and happening. Enugu's in the news, Zamfara's in the news, Katsina's in the news. We're 99.3 Nigeria Info, and I'm not even sure if you think you know what I'm talking about. Well, Enugu, according to distressed residents, attackers attacked Enugu, and there's even reports that there's some communities. They have like markets that have been deserted, and people had to desert those markets for fear of being attacked by armed persons. Let's talk about security once again. Are we losing control of security in this country? We're 99.3, we're Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. Welcome to 99.3 Nigeria Info. You are on the sunny side.
What's that station again?
Oh yeah, Camo, come back. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So like here we did talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one.
You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
Residents of Afia community in Udi local government area of Enugu State have cried out to the governor and security authorities after heavily armed kidnappers invaded a Catholic church in the community during worship on Sunday, abducting seminarian and catechist plus three other worshippers. According to distressed residents, the attackers, said to be 7 in number and armed with AK-47, struck while people were preparing for mass despite the heavy rainfall in the area. The incident has sparked outrage in the community, with youths lamenting that they were unable to rescue the victims because they were outgunned by assailants. It's also in the news this morning. Zamfara also happens to be in the news. It's being reported that a kidnapping has occurred there. And my studio assistant has just told me that she's going to Katsina. And 17 hours ago, there was another incident in Katsina. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. Who shapes the future of advertising?
Loading 30%.
The platforms.
Loading 45%.
The people who create ideas and choose what to believe?
Loading 60%.
Or the regulators.
Loading 90%.
Perhaps the future needs all three.
Join the industry conversation shaping the future of advertising at the Archon Advertising Industry Colloquium 4.0, themed The Future of Advertising, the Role of Platforms, People, and Regulation.
Thursday, 6th August 2026. The Podium Event Center, Ikeja, Lagos, 8 a.m. prompt. Get ready.
Every generation is remembered by the voices that refuse to be silent.
Research has shown that one
The ones who dared to stand, to question, to challenge. Because history has never belonged to those who simply agreed. It belongs to those who said, I beg to differ. Welcome to the stage where ideas clash, where logic becomes power, and where every argument has the potential to shape tomorrow. This is more than a debate. It's courage in conversation. It's intellect in motion. It is the birthplace of tomorrow leaders. August 10 at 3 p.m. Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt will come alive for the national finals of the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Tournament. The War of Words begins at 3 p.m. on August 10. One podium, countless perspective, one opportunity to be heard. The question is not whether your voice matters. The question is, will I remember what you had to say? I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Anyị nọ mmiri na-ede ebe anyị na-akwado ụka kachaba ụka n'ibe anyị fụzi ka anyị na-akwado na ndị ọzọ agbarụgba atachi na ndị na semidiara anyị ụka na ndị ọzọ nọ n'ụlọ ụka na kachikiz anyị na-akpara awa efụba so ka anyị na-agbagharịzi ka anyị eji wee mee ndị polisi a were gbara bịa chi ka saịdị ọma gosi saịdị ndị polisi were gbara bịa so ka anyị niile boys ati okwu anyị gbaba edo masị fancha niile buche egbe fa dị 7 in number fa buche AK-45 fancha niile anyị bụ aka nkịtị na ka anyị dị onwe ibe anyị ji na-eyi ụtọ anyị ka eyi ụtọ masarị aka nkịtị ka anyị gba anyị ka akpa aka gba chụba ndị ji egbe anyị ka agba aka anyị dị winning ịgba bush anyị dị winning ịgba bush anyị ka agba aka okay, no, man, about the moon, okay, what the man governor, one of those who governor, because government Benya Nanyaka now for people yeah, do you know you have a con name? Governor Pitamba, Benya Nanyaka, Pitamba, you make you to Salaba, open a Bible now, no one ever opened up, and I am so because I know your Pitamba, what are you saying, Maka? What are you saying, Maka? If I know people, you know, but I'm a buying a wafer. Nimu up on Nimu, look at that, but I bet was less than nearly a 9. I don't know. It's unfair. It's unfair. I know one because Yanaka. I never buy a because Nina, when I use I know what's on it. A woman quick. But I can't get an answer. Put it down. I never know. I can walk away the bog. We cannot go to empty handed. But do something for us. Do something. We are begging you. We are begging. South Africans against their own African brothers. Government go there, hold a meeting with them. Then we sit on the security paramount to them. They are going to make sure that the nation doesn't work.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. I am Buluwati Jegede with the news. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has urged young Nigerians to reject vote buying ahead of the 2027 election. Speaking in Abuja, the ADC presidential candidate said trading votes for temporary rewards could have lasting consequences. Atiku also encouraged youths to register, vote, and defend their mandate. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund says it has disbursed more than 282 billion naira to students in 288 tertiary institutions. Managing Director Akintunde Sawyer says over 1.5 million of the 1.7 million applications received have been processed. And Nelfon says more than 183 billion naira covered tuition, while nearly 98 billion naira was paid for students' upkeep. The National Youth Service Corps has advised prospective corps members not to travel at night to orientation camps. NYSC also warned that candidates with discrepancies in their graduation dates will not be registered. The scheme urged affected candidates to resolve such issues before reporting to camp. And Iran says it has no plans for direct talks with the United States despite President Donald Trump's claim that negotiations will begin on Monday. Iran says it is indeed, and it is instead, discussing a new route through the Strait of Hormuz with Oman. Officials say the proposed route is intended to support maritime traffic. That's the news on 99.3 Nigeria Info. For more news update, visit our website, nigeriainfo.fm. I am Buluwatife Jegede. The Sun is with Joyce continues.
Activate. We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
In the audio you have just heard of men crying, asking for the governor to help in Igbo language. I'm going to attempt translation, but of course, any of our listeners who's very sophisticated with the language could also help simplify the explanation. In the video, they're saying that they've been attacked during church, and we're more than willing to go after the bandits or go after the attackers, but that they're so barehanded and cannot go after armed men barehanded. And the slight frustration, as you may have sensed in that particular audio, came from the fact that youths are on ground and available, but they need weapons to go after. In fact, one of them stated that there is no corner of the forest that the attackers have gone into that they can't map out, that they know the forest so well, but they can't go barehanded, and that they would love weapons to go after. And so these are just locals who have now been attacked and crying to the governors. This is happening in Enugu. Sahara reporters also reported this about a few hours ago, that bandits attack Kwara community, kill a woman, abduct a resident as villagers flee into bushes. This was reported less than 24 hours ago. And the Vanguard is reporting, and this also is on the news. I think you should know it's 3rd August 2026. 6 soldiers, father, sons burnt alive as terrorists attack Zamfara, Sokoto communities. So let's look into the details of this one. Gusau, at least 6 soldiers and 12 others were late Saturday night killed by gunmen suspected to be terrorists who attacked a locality in Zamfara state and another village, Sabon Biri local government area of Sokoto state. Let's see, no fewer than 75 persons were abducted in the Zamfara attack, while a man and his 2 sons were burnt alive in the building they ran into, seeking refuge. Sources have reported that the suspected terrorist attacked the Zamfara community around 11:30 p.m. on Saturday night after overrunning the military outpost stationed in the area. Sources alleged that 6 soldiers were killed, while over 70 people were abducted and taken into the bush. A resident who identified himself as Alhaji Aminu Daji told the Vanguard that the terrorists who stormed the community in large numbers immediately started shooting sporadically to overrun the military situated in the outpost area. Quote, "Our calls to Zamfara state and the federal government is to come to the aid of Zamfara people generally on this insecurity bedeviling the state. We really are in danger of terrorists, and terrorists can overpower the military and succeed in their attacks on innocent citizens. End quote. And then I wanted to go back to another video of a village market that's been deserted in Enugu, because I think it also kind of paints us another picture of the intensity and the reoccurrence of these issues. We keep talking about insecurity and how well we're dealing with it. It's also worth mentioning that the military really give this everything, and sometimes they really go out and they win. Sometimes they do. And some other times they have to pay the ultimate price. It's also interesting that a week ago, an international news outlet reported that bandits killed more than 20 in Zamfara state. A week ago. 1 week ago. Let's talk. 0201-2770-993, 0201-465-7190, and 08095975805. We're now back to this very issue of insecurity. It is still happening. Soldiers are paying the ultimate price. Nigerians are banking on the government to guarantee security of lives and property, but much is being said. And given everything that has been done, here we are. And did I also remind you that Kwara was attacked less than 24 hours ago? We're on the sunny side and we're talking. Thank you very much for being here. Sorry I lost your maker back. We're Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Tell me your name. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
You say, good afternoon, Joyce. The answer is very simple. We're losing the fight against insecurity in this country. The worst thing that will happen to Nigeria is for Nigeria to become another Afghanistan. We may think it's a joke, but this country is sinking. And I've been saying it. We're all in for it. In the words of Mr. Chris, this is Michael from Lagos. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Nigeria Info. What's your name?
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome. Tell us your name. Please go ahead.
How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you.
I think it has gotten to that point where everybody needs to go get arms and all of that. Because it is the responsibility of the government to protect its citizens. But in the event that they fail, well, what do? We wake up to the challenge and see if they can provide us with the arms and ammunition. Let's face these people and get the hell out of there. I think that's my opinion. If the government fails to do their responsibility, then we, the citizens, do it for them. Well done.
Thank you. Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Welcome. You tell us your name.
Sure.
You can
Good
go ahead.
Chris is my name. Hello?
Go ahead.
Chris is my name. Joy, this thing is getting out of hand. Man, do the marching order. What is the outcome of this marching order? And this Kwara, what did this guy want from Kwara State? Abudu Rasaki, what is the governor saying? What is he doing? Look at the guy in Oyo. Okay, after 50-something days, he get his people out. The other one, they come 5 months ago, they are still in the den of these bad guys. This Kwara, what is the problem with Kwara? And for the military, I know you guys are trying now. Your men are dying. Please. They're dying. I lost my job at Boronu in 2019. Onyekweno. Please. Don't stop looking at this politician space. You can do it. You can do it. Stop waiting for their marching order. They tell us there is political. They don't have the political will. Then what are you waiting for again? Please. Enough is enough. The man in Enugu, all of them were jumping. APC, I give support to mandate you stand. Look at your people calling for weapon. Others have gotten Moteku. Others get whatever security agent. Well, you're only in Enugu. No. We all are in for it. Thank you, Joyce.
Good to have you here. Thank you very much. Welcome to the sunny side. Good afternoon. Thank you for being on Nigeria Info. We're discussing insecurity again. How are you?
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My name is Mahmoud.
Welcome.
The thing is that this insecurity of a thing, A lot of people are saying it. Look, the people that are supporting this government during the Fela time, they say we are suffering and smiling. This time around, some people are not suffering and smiling. They are suffering and with empty stomach. That's normal. Now, when you talk about the government is bad, a number of people will start calling. When you're talking about this critical statement like this, now they will not contribute. When you talk about another thing that they can use that their data they are paying them every week to call them and start saying rubbish. This thing that's happening in Enugu State. It's not all about Enugu. It's happening everywhere in Nigeria. I can still remember the time of NSAS. I think it was only remaining 2 days for Nigeria to break through of that protest. The same government, the same people in power, the same whatever they call themselves, and they did what they did. If everybody can rise with one voice, leave this language or tribe or religion, because like Ikechukwu used to say in Wazobia before there, he said, you are born a woman before you are born a religion. You are born a woman. If you remember that these people are killing people for no reason. These people are killing people for no reason. And when everybody is speaking up, they say because it's not your brother that is there, it's not because of... You know that this man is not capable, he's old and is over old to take care of this country. And you are supporting him. You are still supporting him. You are not feeding your family. You are not even feeding well, talk of your own family. You are not feeding well, talk of your own family. But you are still supporting the evil. Look at what is happening in that area of Ikorodu. The election come up now, they will start bringing oil, trying to divide, and they are still suffering. The same people are still suffering. These people need to do something about this, so this is all I have to say for now.
Thank you very much for calling me. I do appreciate it. Welcome to Nigeria Info. We're discussing insecurity. It does quite appear to be pressing harder than we're able to push back. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Madam, good afternoon. I am Brother Yokolo. I'm calling from Owe, Ogun State.
Good to have you.
What I see in this security is people around our president, they are not telling him the truth. That is why he don't know what to do. Because if you know how problem is, you will know how you go tackle them. How this, they call them bandit or Boko Haram, then go to church. Carry people as hawk, they carry a fowl. Maybe in the morning, people not fit to hold them. There is people behind it. And if our president cannot handle this security, I could have advised him, let me invite, if now, other countries to come and help us so that we know how to tackle it. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, the last time America was here, I'm not sure whether you remember how that went. That would be a very good reference for you to help your judgment on what it means for foreigners to come in. Hello, welcome to the show. How are you? Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Tell us your name. Welcome.
My name is Joyce, and I'm calling from Afromedia.
Good to have you.
Thank you very much. You see, things are getting out of hand. Things are really getting out of hand. And the worst part is that those who claim, who say they are our government, they are not doing anything tangible. It is not their concern. It is high time we tell ourselves the bitter truth that this government is not there. The APC, the so-called APC government are not there for us. They're not doing it. They're only after 2027. Honestly speaking, I weep. Most times I wake up, the news is about killing, kidnapping, killing. You try to know how many numbers. When you listen to news, so number. You another time, another day, so number. Killed for God's sake. And yet we say we have a government. And I'm always embarrassed when I hear some people will still come on air to support this government. For God's sake, if this government means well for the people, it doesn't take them anything to fight this insurgency. If they are not indirectly connected, my dear sister, they will do away with this thing without, looking at everything, without looking back. Things are getting out of hand. How long are we going to continue like this, for crying out loud? Things are getting out of hand. Every day, you wake up, one killing day, another killing day, another killing 30, 50. That is what the news is all about now. yet we still say we have a government. Can't the president, if he's serious about fighting insecurity, can't he just, I mean, so many times they've brought out the names of those sponsoring insecurity, even within his own government, and yet nothing is being done. It's only about 2027. The one you've entered already, you've not even done anything. So the one you first enter, you say, I will fight insecurity. I will bring power. I will do this. I will do that. People were clapping for him. Some were saying, when we started seeing that there was nothing at stake, there was nothing he was doing, people were saying, some people, those die-hard supporters, they were saying, give him time. Give the president time. Yet we are 3 days going to 4 years now. Now we are now hearing, what we are hearing now, the Vogue is now redeemed hope. I mean, what do they call it? Renewed hope. Yet some people are following foolishly. Joyce, is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much for calling me. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Remember, when you call in, you have to turn off the volume of your radio set. Good afternoon to you, and thank you very much for
good afternoon.
being here. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon.
I'm with you. Good
Some
afternoon.
people are saying that things are getting out of hand. And I'll ask myself, is it that it's getting out of hand, or is it already out of hand? Just, do you know the most inhumane thing anybody can do now in Nigeria is to procreate in Nigeria? That's the most inhumane thing you can do for your children unborn, to procreate them now in Nigeria. That's the most wicked and inhumane decision anybody now that say, well, I want to start a family will do now with the situation of things now to procreate in Nigeria. It's just like, giving birth in an abusive marriage. It's just like giving birth in an abusive marriage. Firstly, I was the guy that said on your station normally played that one of my greatest mistakes, in fact, it's not even one of my greatest mistakes so far in life, was starting a family in Nigeria. And I'm saying it and I'm saying it again. That's my greatest mistake in this life I've come. That's the greatest mistake I know I've made, starting a family in Nigeria, Joyce. Because it takes nothing, even if I have 10 children, it takes nothing for them to.
I may have lost you because I cannot hear you.
It takes nothing for you.
Go ahead.
I say, even if I have 10 children in Nigeria today, it takes nothing for them to be wiped away in a day. Joyce. And the only thing the government will come and say is that we'll give a matching order. It will not happen again. And before the next 24 hours, another one has happened. So any parent now, just stop procreating in Nigeria and start looking for an enabling environment to take your children to. And if you have not started a family already, please don't think about it for now if you are in Nigeria. Because Joyce, it's already out of hand. I can't lie to myself and tell you it's getting out of hand. It's already out of what? Hand. It's crazy. It's not, in fact, most of the time now, death does not even move us again. It's just like numbers now. And that is how our psyche has been messed up. We don't even...
I lost you. Thank you so much for calling me. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Nigeria Info. It's so good to have you here. Thank
Joyce,
you for being here.
You.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. You are doing a great job.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What a lovely voice.
Thank you.
This is Dave. Joyce, sometimes when I hear some of our colleagues call on this station, I get angry somehow. Sometimes I feel maybe we lack research. See, Joyce, when you have leadership that is installed by themselves, you don't have control over them. Because as we are talking right now, the next election now, the president will still win. If anybody that is coming to tell you that he's not going to win, it means the person is deceiving Nigerians. Because the process is not on ground to install somebody in a free and fair election. We don't have it. So, George, this thing will still continue. It will get out of hand. It's almost getting out of hand. Forget all those ones. We don't have leadership. Anywhere where there's no leadership, you cannot get quality delivery. So, Joyce, all these other people are calling. We should be ready for another 4 years, and we should still be ready because as he's going, he will still look for his son, one of his sons. You know, he will store them as a godfather before he will leave that place. So, Joyce, we are like Nigeria has already turned to animal kingdom, survival of the fittest. So if you are rat, the wolfers and the lions will swallow you up. That's the way we are. We will continue like this. Oh, Joyce, we will continue like this. Nothing will change it. Because some of the major people that are supposed to help both judiciary, the people that they call themselves, the senators, that are supposed to put law in place for us to have right leaders voted by Nigerians, they are there. I beg, I don't want to talk more than this. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling me. I do appreciate it. If you're with us on live stream, I'm about to play you a very short clip by the Sahara reporters. And they were on ground to capture what happened in Kwara less than 24 hours ago.
They are there.
And I think you should be able to see that. Maybe pictures would in some way give your imagination some color. So if you would be patient with me, I want to take you right there. It's a very short clip. Promise. Very short clip.
Corpse of the woman that they killed this morning by bandit. This is the corpse. This is the woman corpse. This is the dead body of the woman. This morning he was killed by the bandit this morning at Latano community under Party local government. Today is August 2 of August. This thing happened this morning. He was trying to cut in and use the hand to protect himself. This is the hand. This is the hand. This is the woman hand. This is the woman, the first lay mate. This is how they beat the woman up. But we thank God the woman was escaped. This is the woman. No, look at her. See. This happened this morning.
Alright. So there's a dead person in this particular video. The image is blurred for your sensitivity, and then there's a man whose finger has a gash on it, a very deep cut. I guess from the report, he was trying to fend off the attacker, and the blade or the knife cut through his finger. So it's a very serious gash he has. And then there's the woman who looks battered. She would need an x-ray. The arm looks like seriously battered, so we don't know how severe that is, but of course, that is just out of Kwara in the last 24 hours. Happened yesterday, 2nd August. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info, and Enugu is also in the news, and it's not because Enugu is in the news the first time, is that this is probably the longest. This is the first time I'm talking about the East for a very, very long period. But of course, and the East is in the news because of insecurity. And this time, the locals are saying we want arms to go into the bushes and fight these guys off. There's nothing we can do without arms. We just have to sit back and watch them snatch people from their homes, maybe even have them killed. But the governor, they call upon him to step up. Now, is the issue of insecurity, plus every other news I've reported to you, leaves us with questions of, are we losing our fight against insecurity?
Station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
In every family, there are moments that bring everyone together. The school run, the drive home, weekend adventures, the laughter around the table. Now there's a radio station built for those moments. From Lagos to Abuja to Port Harcourt, Kids FM 101.7 is where parents and children come together through music, fun, learning, games, stories, and shared experiences. A station designed for the whole family. Safe, positive, engaging. A place where curiosity is encouraged, imagination comes alive. And family time matters because the best memories are made together. Tune in to Kids FM 101.7 in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Kids FM 101.7. Family, let's play.
Introducing the Foodies Choice Awards, a celebration of Africa's top performers across food and agriculture, from farm to table. 50 awards, 5 countries, and 1 unique platform, nominated by consumers, chosen by Africa. From Nigeria's cassava fields to Kenya's tea farms and Ghana's cocoa exports, the continent feeds the world. Africa's food agribusiness sector is booming, set to hit $1 trillion by 2030. Now it's time to celebrate the game changers based on impact and innovation. You can nominate outstanding Africa's top farmers, foodpreneurs, chefs, brands, and government, championing a future of food security and excellence. Nominate now at www.thefcawards.com. Food lives in Africa. Food lives here. Follow us on all social media platforms at Foodies Choice Awards.
With 99.3 Nigeria Info comes information, conversation, and the stories that matter.
Similarly, Fubara, he has declared his support for President Bola Tinubu's second term.
Slave for be a slave, no matter the wealth they acquire.
Shola has been winning all his life to tell you that he could not be the room and parlor. There's a house for his last born.
To claim he doesn't have any, and using that to push his candidacy, it's disingenuous.
That you continue to have on your mandate, we shall stand. Anything and everything in the National Assembly.
We're just getting lost every day. God will help us, so if we allow God to help us.
Let's talk right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
If you have just tuned in, welcome. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. It's another beautiful work week. A very good Monday to you. And we're discussing insecurity. And we are pretty much just flooded with the headlines. And you delve into the news, you're full familiar with what the news is telling you. You have seen this, heard it once too many times. Out of Enugu is the report that there is outrage as gunmen invade Enugu Catholic Church, kidnap seminarian, catechist, and 3 worshippers. Also in Zamfara, the news is reporting 6 soldiers killed, father, sons, burnt alive as terrorists attack Zamfara, Sokoto communities. We're back here. We've always been here because yesterday, Daily Trust, I believe, reported an attack on a convoy on a way to a marriage ceremony. Yes, I need to find that headline. Just yesterday, the Daily Trust, bandits attack wedding convoy, abducts travelers en route Katsina to Kebbi. 28 minutes past 1 p.m. 99.3 Nigeria Info. The sunny side. All right, so it's the war against insecurity. We are here. We've been here, and we are hoping for a way to bring... And it just occurred to me that one conversation we have not done is to bring an estimation to the economic... Bring the estimation of the economic loss as a result of banditry to this country forward. We don't talk about the cost implication economically that banditry has imposed on the economy. But then again, maybe another way to answer that question is that there are people who are making gains off of the situation. So I guess their own economy is more sustained than the economy this side of the divide. So I guess the question is, which economy are we talking about? Welcome to Nigeria Info. It's so good to have you be a part of our conversation. You must turn up the volume of your radio set.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. I'm with you. Turn up the volume of your radio set, though. I can hear you, but I don't want to hear me, so you must turn up the volume of your radio set. Let's not make this hard.
Hello?
Thank you.
Yes. I greet you, Joyce, the radio goddess. I greet you. Well, I just want to say something. You see, before you fight insecurity, you have to question how the principal came into power. That is a $1 billion question. Check the educational background. That is a $1 billion question. Now you want to fight insecurity and how they came into power. That's a $1 billion question. I'm not going to say that. Now you want to fight insecurity. That is a $1 billion question. How are you going to fight insecurity when the top and the head is almost off? How would you solve insecurity? Is it possible? Formerly, they used to come for the Hausa people. Nobody talked, nobody spoke because they are not Hausa. Now they came for a Yoruba man. People are now talking, and many people did not talk. Who will they come for next? Nobody is secured in the country. And we say we have a country. Yes, we once have a country. But now do we have a country? Think about that. Because had it been these people kidnap the son of the president, are you going to tell me that this man is not going to fight insecurity? If they kidnap Iyakara, are they not going to fight insecurity? So we are just, they know what they are doing. They are just messing with our mind. I think a country that whereby they said we are a sovereign nation, that U.S. should not come and fight for us. Are we a sovereign nation whereby we cannot even fight insecurity? This is a political game and a political issue. If the principal, the Oga at top want to fight insecurity, they will fight it. But they are just playing games with our mind. And people will come out and start defending these people, defending them as if they have a separate market, they go to buy something, as if they have a separate ward, they are paying their own house rent, as if they have a separate company employing them. Now, Alpha, they pay you 100K for your job, then you use 60K for transport. How far? And you are coming to defend. You don't even fear. Shame on you all. Defending the evil. It will turn around and come back to you. My name is Dampi from Igondo.
Do you think we're losing the war against insecurity? Like, this has been a conversation so long. What has remained sustained, or more what has sustained more than the conversation, would be the actual insecurity itself that has been reported. And I guess people get tired of the same headline, the same news every time. It kind of creates like a kind of mental apathy. You're even made sick by the headlines, because what else can you do? The stories make you helpless, and so you're left with this. The question. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
This is Usman from Holiday.
Good to have you.
Joyce, this morning, I get on you this morning. They say we in Nigeria send 80,000, 80,000 to which country, which neighboring country, to go and do peacekeeping there. We are in this country. We are fighting Boko Haram bandits. I don't ever see any African country send their troops to Nigeria, to help Nigeria. But we are sending our troops to go and fight for other countries. Why your country is on fire? You are sending your military that you don't even have. So go and question other countries to go and do peacekeeping for other countries. This Nigeria is there a cost to be in Nigeria? Your citizens are dying every blessed day. You are sending your troops to go and fight for other countries. Why your country is on fire? Nigeria is really a country. I don't understand this politician. I don't understand this democracy. This Nigeria is a country. You are fighting war. You are sending your troops, and you say you don't have enough soldiers. And you are sending your soldiers to go and fight other man land. Why you are fighting for how many years? You are fighting Boko Haram bandits. The any African country say you is their soldiers to go and help you.
Do you not think it's because we may be managing it well, or other countries think we're in charge and certainly managing it well?
Nigeria, they are not serious to fight these bandits. If Nigeria they are serious, they follow head bandits. Now they believe that this government, this Nigeria government, they know something about this bandits. You are telling me, how can you fight war? You are for fire. You are sending your soldiers away. So go and question other country. Why you are fighting your own for here? Look at when I me for a lot of time, I don't believe in democracy. You understand me? If the military area, also who is bandits? Killing your general. Bandits. Kill your general. Look at the democracy. Where is it the best for the people? Why Donald Trump say want to come and help now? This the same Nigeria say we are sovereign nation. We don't need America to come and help us. We can fight ourselves. Look at every day, blessed day, killing, every blessed day, killing. Human being, not animal, not chicken, no. Human being. Look at the country. Where we say democracy is the best for the people. I said this. I said the only thing, democracy, good, know how to do best is corruption. That's the only thing is working in the democracy since 1999. We are facing democracy. Does not benefit nothing. Look at the hardship. Look at the killing. Look at the insecurity. Then their supporters, they will still go buy cards, still come, defending these people.
Okay.
You know the reason why I'm happy? Because there's no APC market, there's no APC transportation, there's no APC free station. You like support them, we are about the same thing. You understand me? That's my only happiness for this APC government.
All right. Thank you.
Good.
Hello, good afternoon to you. How are you?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Tell us your name real quick, please. Go ahead.
It's Emmanuel. I'm speaking to you from Ekpe.
Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Joyce, I think we've bashed the government enough. If you really want to look at these things critically, you might want to say Nigerians are even the problem.
Uh-oh. Insecurity?
Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, I think, was it last year or early this year, released a data, I think, of 2024 or 2025 when they said Nigerians paid about 2 trillion to bandits.
Okay.
As a ransom. Which country would take that?
But you're blaming Nigerians who are the victims, so I'm not sure the point you want to make.
Joyce, there has to be a collective resolution that this is our direction. If we find it traumatizing enough that we want to leave this mess. Joyce, these same politicians who has campaigned on stopping insecurity, in fact, one of them campaigned on stopping insecurity and made a blunder that he is going to create insecurity. They will still use this security issue to campaign, for 2027.
Okay.
You saw the Senate president who said of recently that after the election, insecurity will stop. So there has to be this collective resolution that we want to live this kind of a nonsensical a lifestyle that we are living. If that resolution comes, we will look for candidates, who will stop this nonsense, and then we'll, make sure that they occupy our political offices.
Let me see if I understand. Are you blaming the victims? Because you seem to assume that the victims have a choice if all they are left with is just a choice to fight for their lives. Have I lost you?
Joyce.
Okay.
I'm here. We need to come to that stage that will say our life. There was this controversial statement I once made on this station. That we have this character of saying that if it's happening in my right hand side, in my right hand side, I am on left hand side, it won't get to me. When it's happened to our neighbor, we'll say, oh, thank God it hasn't gotten to me. When it happens to our sister, our brother, we'll say, oh, thank God it's not me, until it happens to us. And then we are in the mess. So look at the way it has been, the trends from the northeast, to the northwest, the north central, now the southwest, going to the southeast. Before we know it will be the south, and then in fact there is nowhere that is even safe. Don't let even lie to ourselves.
So what role are the people playing for which you blame them? For paying ransom? Is that what you're really saying?
No, not for paying ransom.
Why are you blaming the people?
Joyce, if the people have this collective intelligence idea that these are fantastic people who can do the job, not this should I incandescent kind of politicians that would put in political offices. Then we have
you're breaking up.
When we have 70, 80 years old who have been in the saddle of the authority, come back again when they are leaving, they put in their cronies, in there, and then some people turn this insecurity into business. Who wants to stop the business where he's making money?
Okay.
So that is our problem. So there have to be this collective this thing, that it is enough is enough. That is when all these things will stop. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. WhatsApp here. Good afternoon, Miss Joyce. World depopulation is a thing. Systematic racial biological wipeout. A good example is the Pfizer Trovan 1996 in northern Nigeria. Recently, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso stated that foreign intelligence introduced to him white powdery substance and told him to apply it to his food that are headed to areas where those bandits are situated. I'm not sure what this particular sentence is trying to say. Are you saying that the white powdery substance is headed to where those bandits are situated? Well, your message concludes, or are in hiding. So, over time, the Poison will bioaccumulate in their bodies and cause them death. The question now is how many more other races of people, ethnicities, or nations have these been used on? You're not speaking on banditry, or you're speaking on the actual effect of global control that I think you're speaking to global control. I'm not even sure where to insert your message into. Or were you referring... I'm not sure where to insert your message into, but thank you so much for writing me. This message goes, the people of Enugu know better than many of us. They ask their state governor to equip them. State police is the solution to insecurity. All right, thank you very much, Chris, for your message. This one says, hello, Joyce. Let me see, how lengthy is this one? Good afternoon. Kidnapping in Enugu Catholic Church. Thought Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State said that his government has installed security facilities, that's technological gadgets for the police that can detect criminals from afar before they commit havoc on the environment. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria is already a project that hasn't quite worked out. You say only total and sincere restructuring for true federalism. Hold on, I'm having a computer situation here. I don't know what's happening. All right, good. You say your message goes, where were we? Only sincere restructuring for true federalism to be operational, or let the federating nationalities peacefully go their way. Will this madness come to an end? Take it or leave it. Thank you very much for writing me. I think somebody's trying to video call me on WhatsApp, and then I keep losing the screen. You can only audio call me if that helps you. Thank you, WhatsApp caller, for your patience. I do appreciate it. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show. Can you hear me?
Hello,
WhatsApp
Joy.
caller?
How you doing? Good
Afternoon. Welcome. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Jobong. I'm calling from the UK.
Welcome.
Joy, this news is really is really making me feel angry with the system. I feel sickening. The news is getting really, really frustrating. And it makes me want to think that what's happening to our military intelligence?
They're working.
You know for a fact that sorry?
They're working. I mean, they're even dying. It's not just working. They're even dying.
Yeah, but then if they are working and if they are dying, why do we still keep hearing such barbaric acts on a particular set of people? If they know that these thugs, these clowns attack a particular geography and all that, can they enforce their might around those areas so they can curb and stop this act from happening? I am a Nigerian, and if I hear this news on a constant, Joy, this program is being listened to by people across the world. And tell me this: if people keep hearing this news about this barbaric act happening in Nigeria and all that, do you think they will even have the confidence to want to visit or even invest in the economy or do business with the country? Hell no. The news is getting annoying just watching the videos. For God's sake, we have military intelligence, and in this era, we have military capacity. We have drones. These guys are not ghosts. They are not spirits. They live amongst the people. The people know them. Yet they come in, kill people, maim people, attack women and children, and the military and the government says these things on the regular, yet they do nothing. It's annoying, Joe. It's annoying. It's really annoying and it's stressful. And it makes one feel that there's no government. There's no government in that country. And my blood is boiling right now. I'm so angry. Every single week, we must hear one stupid news of mayhem in that particular area of the country. And we have military budgets every year. We have expenses that the military are expending on a regular. Yes, what's happening? Is it that these guys are now in the military? Have they come into the military to come and enjoy?
It's all right. I can understand your rage. Yeah, I can understand. You can't imagine the people who must live under the weight of the terror imposed on their conscience by bandits. It's really a terrible and exhausting situation. and the people are calling on the government. They have been calling on the government. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, Auntie Joyce.
Thank you for being here. Tell us your name real quick. Go ahead.
It's Kokete from Ikate. Quick one. The government is marketing Nigeria very well. Oyibo will come and do business with this good
Okay.
news. Okay, look at
your network isn't its
Come
best.
again?
Your network isn't too clear. Your network.
Can you hear me now?
I mean, I can hear you, but there is this interruption. Let's try again. Go ahead, please.
I said the good thing that happened in Nigeria make us to market Nigeria. This is very good news. Killing everywhere is a very good news. But if, business people will come inside. By the grace, NEPA will come. Everything will come alright. It's a very big shame. Oh. It's a very big shame. Sleeping and wake up listening to news, they break my heart. Auntie Joyce.
Yeah.
Don't
I guess you have nothing more to say. Thank you so much for calling me. I do appreciate. So I'm going to take a few more calls, probably about 3 more, and when we have to go to another conversation, it has some bearing on something we discussed last week on the show. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Lady J. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
This is Oboli. First off, you were asked a salient question. You asked if we're losing the fight against insecurity. My answer to that simple question is anyone who says we are losing the fight or asking that question is only stating an hypothesis, because the thesis we can draw from the spate of recurring terrorist attacks around us presently, let's just state it in the obvious, unequivocally, is that we have lost the fight against insecurity. Is the president and his cronies, including the supporters of this administration, are they really sympathetical or empathetical about the plight of these citizens? For every time I hear somebody cry, whenever you play a voice note owing to insurgency, I ask myself, is the president and his cabinet, are they deaf to the tears of Nigerians? I ask myself every time I hear that cry. Now, anybody saying or blaming this on the citizens that they are the one paying ransom, I find that person delusional. Because you cannot have your loved one in the kidnapper's den and expect the government to come and work a miracle or wave a magic wand for them to come outside. Make your family they kidnap first. Before you go know whether you go pay ransom or you don't go pay ransom. If the government or the collective government has failed, let's call it the way it is. They have failed, and because they have failed, I will not allow Nigeria to happen to my beloved and say I will not pay ransom. No.
Well, he didn't say, but he didn't say not paying ransom. I think he was speaking to a collective will.
No, I'm just saying
that
generally
opposes
now. I don't want to point anybody.
Okay.
I'm just saying generally. I would say if anybody is saying that you should blame it on the citizens for paying ransom, that person has not even spoken our minds at all. Thank you for clarifying that. Now, rather than the government making a bold stand and taking a firm stand against terrorism, these daredevils are now brazen in their nature as they ply their trade unabatedly, and the government is doing nothing about it. You see, when you see people like this growing more fiercer, it's because you have not taken a bold stand. You have not matched them fire for fire, fire power for fire power, aura for aura, force for force. On insurgency, many have called us alarmists. I agree I am an alarmist because it is painful when you hear these cries, when you watch these people in blood, tears and sorrow. Villages have been rampaged. Foodstuffs is not getting to the particular place supposed to get to, and you want us to keep quiet. If you ask these so-called psychophants and press fingers of the president now, they will tell you he gave you road project infrastructure. He gave you nail fund. Nail fund? Are you serious at all?
Okay, so
in order for us to set our priorities right in this country, we forget the fact that you can drive and still chew gum. President Tinubu, if you are listening right now, please fight against insecurity so that we will know that you have done your bit. Anything short of that, you have failed woefully, sir. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's see. This is a lengthy one. What many Nigerians hear from the presidency after tragic incidents is often that our correspondence or our condolences to the bereaved families and perhaps some relief materials like bags of rice while killing continues and insecurity appears to be treated as normal. Nigerians need more than condolences. They need decisive action, accountability, and a government that prioritizes the protection of lives and the well-being of its citizens. Let me see. A leader should be visible, accountable, and willing to engage with citizens, especially during difficult times. Unfortunately, many Nigerians feel disconnected from a government that appears distant from their everyday struggle. All right, so we can afford a few more messages and then 1-2 calls, and we have to go to the next conversation. Is also something that speaks to Nigeria and how we are building the formation of a future that we have all been waiting for. This message goes, is governance really that difficult? If it is, why can't we learn from countries like the UK, where leaders can step aside and allow new leadership when necessary? Since Tinubu assumed office in May, the UK has already had 2 prime ministers, showing that leadership changes can happen when circumstances demand it. If you believe governance has become too difficult, then step aside and allow those who can lead to take over. Unfortunately, the opposite often seems to happen in Nigeria, where many leaders appear determined to hold on to power rather than accept responsibility and resign when things are not working. You're on the sunny side, and thank you so much for being here. Welcome. My name's Joyce. What's yours?
Good afternoon, Joe. My name is Michael from Request.
Welcome, Mike.
For me, I'm going to say the truth. The only thing the president is worried about is about 2027. How he's going to win the election and come back and continue the same cycle. Nigerians are doomed. We are in for it, like Mr. Chris used to say. I'm telling you, these people don't really care. Somebody said just now that if it were to be the son of the president that had been kidnapped, you will see our military in action. It will be like a movie. Things will begin to, things will turn around. But they don't care. People die. There is no week in this country we don't hear about killings in this country. There is no week. Got me wrong. 1 week go by and there will be no killing. People, these are not animals. These are not chickens. Oh. We're talking about life on a very regular basis now. And people are quiet as if everything is fine. You call her, you see their supporters now, they will not call when it is something like this. People like Prince White, I'll say no names because it is getting out of hand. People like these are people that are dying on a daily basis now. And nobody's quiet. I think everything is fine in the country. All we care about is 7. Look at their forces everywhere. They are beginning to campaign. Even before the campaign time, they are beginning to campaign. Because they don't really care. Look at us, a Senate president will be talking as if he's talking to, children. And they don't see Nigerians as serious beings anymore. They know they will not do it. Nothing will happen. All we can do is to come on radio and rant. That's what they believe the highest we can do. So they don't see us to be serious types. And they believe there's nothing that will happen. They run the government the way they like. No accountability, no transparency. Just loot as much as they can, and nothing is going to happen. And so nothing is happening. Now they have graduated from millions to billions, and now it is from billions to trillions on the regular, and nothing is happening. They will just bring up some flimsy lies and just tell people, and just take it to the media, and people will just sit down with it. The country is going backwards every day.
All right.
I used to travel from Lagos to Ore, just 500, 600, some few years ago. And now that same place you travel to now is 10,000, 15,000 naira.
I want to be off. I need to be off on a break. Yeah. Thank you so much for calling me.
More right after this.
Every generation is remembered by the voices that refuse to be silent.
Research has shown that
the ones who dared to stand, to question, to challenge. Because history has never belonged to those who simply agreed. It belongs to those who said, I beg to differ. Welcome to the stage where ideas clash, where logic becomes power, and where every argument has the potential to shape tomorrow. This is more than a debate. It's courage in conversation. It's intellect in motion. It is the birthplace of tomorrow's leaders. August 10 at 3 p.m., Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt will come alive for the national finals of the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament. The War of Words begins at 3 p.m. on August 10. One podium, countless perspective, one opportunity to be heard. The question is not whether your voice matters. The question is, will the world remember what you had to say? I beg to differ. The Tournament of Champions.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Thank you very much. And we need to go to another conversation. And this other conversation that we have to go to is one that pretty much has a bearing on the conversation we had last week. If you remember, I think it was Tuesday last week, I asked you if you had 30 million naira, would you leave the country? Well, yeah. So our next conversation, it has a picture that it paints to the conversation we had last week, almost as though giving you a reality check of a sort, or not necessarily to deter your will to stay or to leave, depending on what side of that divide you fall on, but to show you what experiences are on the ground. Now, this is not the experience that a lot of people have, but this most certainly are experiences of Nigerians, and one you may not have experienced, but have heard about and therefore familiar with. It's about 2 minutes before we touch down, top of the hour, to bring to you the news headlines. And in that time, it's not going to be enough, but I do intend to squeeze into that time this particular report of Nigerians who are crying over the loss of businesses.
As I'm talking to you now, I'm actually thinking of counting my losses, packing my load and going back and tearing the Nigerian passports. I have friends in the UK that have done it. I'm thinking of that as I speak. I heard rumors about a week ago that they were coming to claim this land from nowhere. Nobody gave me any notification. Nobody came to me with any form of notice. I decided by myself on Sunday to shut the place down and start evacuating my equipment by myself. On Monday, I evacuated some things. Tuesday morning, I had welders here, I had carpenters here, I had masons here, I had people dismantling things. Around 12:01, around 12:01 in the afternoon, bulldozers just came. They saw people on the roof, taking out wood, welders working. They told them to come down and bulldoze the whole place to the ground. Nobody gave me notice. I took a loan from the UK, £75,000 to come and invest in Nigeria. You people say we should come back from diaspora to invest in Nigeria. I've never done one government contract. I don't know anybody in government. I'm not even interested. I came with money from the UK to invest here. So I have to deal with that loan now. 84 staff. 84! That's what I was feeding here. I built this place a year, 3 months ago exactly. That's when I built this place. It's painful. I stood there and I watched it go. Nobody cares. And you are telling me now to convince anybody to come from diaspora to invest in this country? Look at 84 people. What are they going to do? I have a choice. I will go back, count my loss.
Part of the engaging, educative, and insightful station.
It's did he die? Is the question.
South African lives were lost unwantingly like this on Nigerian soil. Would the SA government be prying into cause of death?
South Africans are against their own African brother. Government go there, hold a meeting with them. Then we sit on
the security paramount to them. They are going to make sure that inaction doesn't work.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info, and this is the headline news. Lagos moves to improve water supply. Onoyekon questions 2027 election process as presidency responds. Nel Fund disburses over 282 billion naira in student loans. And NYSC makes electronic registration clearance mandatory for core members' mobilization. And 18 killed, scores abducted in fresh northwest attacks. Kidnapped Kebbi judge regains freedom. Nigeria reaffirms support for OPEC Plus oil production deal. And Iran rejects direct U.S. talks despite Trump's claim. Oil prices fall on renewed U.S.-Iran talks. And in entertainment, Spider-Man Brand New Day breaks box office records worldwide. And finally, in sports, Cameroon move closer to WAFCON quarterfinals. As that's all on the news making the headlines. My name is Israel Umar. The Sunny Side with Joyce continues.
This is The Sunny Side. My name is Joyce.
Tune in to The Sunny Side with Joyce every weekday from 12 to 3 p.m.
Expect so much fun right here. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
They were coming to claim this land from nowhere. Nobody gave me any notification. Nobody came to me with any form of notice. I decided by myself on Sunday to shut the place down and start evacuating my equipment by myself. On Monday, I evacuated some things. Tuesday morning, I had welders here, I had carpenters here, I had masons, I had people dismantling things. Around 12:01, around 12:01 in the afternoon, bulldozers just came. They saw people on the roof, taking out wood, welders working. They told them to come down and bulldoze the whole place to the ground. Nobody gave me notice. I took a loan from the UK, £75,000 to come and invest in Nigeria. You people say we should come back from diaspora to invest in Nigeria. I've never done one government contract. I don't know anybody in government. I'm not even interested. I came with money from the UK to invest here. So I have to deal with that loan now. 84 staff. 84! That's what I was feeding here. I built this place a year, 3 months ago exactly. That's when I built this place. It's painful. I stood there and I watched it go. Nobody cares. And you're telling me now to convince anybody to come from diaspora to invest in this country? Look at 84 people. What are they going to do? I have a choice. I will go back, count my losses, and find a way of sorting out the loan I took. But look at 84 families just from stopover. There's a place next to me called Barbados. There's Amalashita. There's RM's Dream. There was Hunters. There was Aris. These are all people that are employed. In this place alone, I'm not exaggerating, at least 300 people have been rendered jobless. And you people say they say they're creating jobs? Is this how you create jobs?
I've been working with this organization because this place has helped us, so many of us, a lot. Most times, but I don't blame those people that are stealing, because this is one of the major reasons why people go outside to steal. The governments are not helping matters a lot. They are not. The little place we are working to feed our family, and they have taken it away from us.
Nigeria has happened to me. This is where I feed my family. This is where I don't even have anything to say, but all I just want to say is that I am disappointed in Nigerian government. I'm so disappointed. I have 3 children. Right about now, I don't just know what to say because I don't know the way forward anymore. I've been working with Stopover Bar and Grill for 4 years now. But presently, I don't even know where to go. This is the sad reality. I don't know where to go.
And my staff count is over 20 staff counts in the club, and I've been here since February 14th, so it's not even up to 6 months that I opened this establishment. So basically, obviously, you know how business states, like my profit, I've not made my profit yet back in the business. This is actually one of my first structural investment that I have here. And, you know, people always say, come back to Nigeria, come back home, right? And I came back home to actually invest, and this is what's happening to me right now. My business is gone.
Even while we are moving, the tractor came in and started chasing us. They started chasing us with the tractors. You understand? All our things, a lot of our things were inside there, were crushed. You know, a lot of our things were damaged inside. But come on, this is so unbearable.
As I am now, I am useless. I don't know what to do, because this is where my earning comes from. Not just for me, the rest of our staff. We are rendered useless, not even just jobless. We are useless right now like this. Sitting at home, this is where you are expecting at least at every ending of the month, something is coming that you can use to take care of your family. As I am now, basically everything in my house, I support my family with this little earning that I'm earning here. And right now, they have rendered me useless. I don't know what to do from now on.
Well, this affected me mainly as a student. Because after now, I don't know how to further my education, because this is where I get my school fees to pay for my school activities. So for government to come now and demolish this place and render most of us, me and most of my colleagues, jobless is very bad. It's really frustrating.
All right, so last week I asked if you had 30 million, would you leave? And some people said, well, no, there's no reason to leave. There's a country to build, stay and build. There's a country to believe in. There's something to believe in. There's something worth fighting for. And if Nigerians would commit to fighting, developing, moving back home from overseas and bringing knowledge, skill, and resource to the country, that we can build a country. And I think it's something truly worth believing in. But do we walk our talk? Do we act as we... Are we driven by the focus to achieve a collective goal? These are random Nigerians, but their experiences are not as random. Here is another business person who speaks about his experience on his own property.
This is me at my lounge in Abuja here, Lokogoma. Now, this is me on Monday. I'm official, man. Everywhere has been marked demolition within 24 hours. We are expected to vacate these premises. Just waking up to the news that FCDA, Wike, Development Control, they just came in and they marked our place to be demolished within 24 hours. Now they are giving us 24 hours to evacuate this place. We just got the information and then I just started making calls, trying to see what I can salvage from the place. I was even thinking that, okay, this 24 hours notice, perhaps maybe they could still give us an extra, maybe a week or thereabouts. Lo and behold, the following day, Tuesday morning, these people came with their bulldozers. This is me and my workers trying to get out our things, the leftover things that we couldn't remove on Monday. Nigeria never happened to anyone. Nigeria never happened to my enemy. 24 hours notice to move a business. I barely even got here. I barely even started business here. This is like roughly 10 months. The millions and millions I've invested here. I have over 30 staff that are employed under my company. Now they are rendered jobless. You can see how they are scampering, trying to get my things out, we're trying to just retrieve the little things we can. The bulldozer is coming in and they are not even looking at anybody's face. If you don't even leave the road, they will just... Not only Barbados, there are different other lounges, there are different other outlets within this area. Why couldn't these people, why couldn't you guys even give us even up to a month or even a week to leave the place? That's the reason why people don't even invest in Nigeria anymore. Like, this is too much. This is too much.
Welcome. It's 10 minutes past 2 p.m. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. And I know that you are... I hope you haven't had this experience, at least not in Lagos, But of course, you see how policies affect businesses and consequently affects people who are tied to those businesses. And so when we say build Nigeria, it seems as though what we say and what we do are two different things. And you're here in Nigeria. And it would really be good to come on air one time and talk about people who are just happy with government policies and how those policies affect business. It would really be good to come on air one time and talk about how Nigerian citizens have nothing but good report, given how the policies of the government affect their lives. And no, we're not talking about the one where the government is incentivizing people, like giving a Catholic priest rice to eat. Someone just tagged me to a video saying, Joyce, they no longer share rice, they're now sharing phones. I'm expecting them to share including if they can, eternal life. Anything to make you believe that this party is the one you really want to vote for. And that's really all your choice. But whether they give you as a gift of friendship or courtesy to remind you to vote for a political party, or whether they remind you that they are working towards achieving the mandate for which you voted them into power, nothing beats, there's no other scorecard that beats the reports from the people. Nothing. You couldn't even politicize that. There is no scorecard that beats. Here's what the government is doing, and this is how it's affecting lives. In the meantime, we're talking about this, exactly what you've heard. And leaving the country may not be the best option, but is staying the best option? Good to have you. You are on Nigeria Info. Thank you.
Hello, Joyce.
Tell us your name. You can go
I
ahead.
greet you, Radio Goddess.
Welcome.
Well, I hope some people will not come back and say that it is the citizens that are destroying the places. I hope some people will not come back and say that it is the citizens that ask them to demolish people's business. If we see truth, make we dey talk. Even if the government, if they are my family, I will speak the truth till I die. How will somebody invest millions and millions instead of you to support the person, and you are coming to destroy the person's business? Look at the road to Calabar, the road to Sokoto, where? Road to Hellfire, and you are destroying people's houses, destroying millions and millions. It's only Nigeria that I see. Government will come and scatter your millions and millions and billions of your houses without shaking. They will not do anything, and you are supporting this kind of government. It's a big shame. I think they have been going up and down as if they are marketers looking for investors to come and invest. And now, they are you that you are even from the country, they are destroying your own places. Now they are marketing Nigeria for investors to come. I hope the investors will see what is going on. That is why Japa syndrome cannot stop. It is a big shame, once again, to this government. Thank you. My name is Dampi.
Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome. You're on the sunny side. What's your name?
Hello, Joyce.
Thank you for being here. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Godman, yeah. See, I'd be willing to, I don't know. Look, Nigerians, are you guys not tired? Are you guys not tired of all these things? How long will you just keep talking? Empty talk. If you're not ready to fight, for your nation and fight for your children who look at their future, just look at their future. What kind of life will they have? You have seen that your government don't care about you. What else are you looking for again? Take it to them. It's high time, because even all this talk we're talking already, and that's why I'm pissed off. Because all we do is just talk, rant, and that's exactly what these guys think about us. All they do is just talk, empty talk. We'll do it. And you're afraid, you say, I will die if I come out to fight, to protest. Are you not dying slowly already? What about your children? What kind of life, future? Can't you even fight and die for them? You're already dying. You're already living dead.
Is it possible?
That's all I want to say. We can't just continue like this. Fight for your rights. Fight for your future. Fight for the future of your children.
Don't you think the government is fighting?
Get this country back.
Let me ask you a question, please. Don't you think the government is fighting for the Nigerian people? The pace may be something that's debatable or you don't agree with.
No, that's not a question. Can't you just see what's happening? That you don't even care at all. You don't think they have any sympathy. The wicked governments, all they think is about their self. All they think is about their self, their self-interest. And now all they're thinking about now is this election. Nothing else. People are dying, people are suffering, they care nothing about that. And that's why we need to rise up and really speak out look, it's a fight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a fight. So rise up now, Nigerians. If not, stop complaining. Thank you.
We do not promote violence, and it's necessary for me to say that if you're going to do anything, please make sure you take the non-violent approach.
Joyce.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Joyce.
Good afternoon.
Joyce, I greet you.
Welcome.
Afternoon. Joyce, the issue I'm having here now is that, Joyce, any attempt Nigerians do, we go to the post, we go to the pool to vote, they will use INEC to block us. We will go for protest, they will use the military and kill us and chase us back. There is nothing we can do again, Joyce. But the only thing, Joyce, that I'm angry. I am very angry with Nigerian military. Does it mean Nigeria does not have 1 or 2 military men that can do like Joyce Lawrence in Ghana and help us? Joyce, does it mean none of the military can help us?
Help you what? Help you do what?
Help us to remove these people from office and restructure Nigeria.
Okay, I would like for you to note that we do not promote violence, and we wouldn't want you to use this as
yes, Joyce. You see, this is not violent now, Joyce.
To propagate
we are tired.
Violence.
We are tired, Joyce. These people, any opportunity we want to do to change them, they will scuttle it. They will forsake us.
Yeah, so you have a democratic right to choose what your governance should be.
But it's not working for us now, Joyce. INEC, they have taken INEC over. There is no electoral process that can help you get the right results. We tried the last election. Suddenly, they tell you that IRF and the rest of it was not working again. They frustrated the code. The result could not come.
Why do you not love this government? Well, maybe love is a little too much of an endearing term, but do you suppose that the government is not doing as they should, or they're not doing enough? Because they could be doing something.
Are not. See, they are there for themselves, Joyce. They cannot do anything.
Okay.
Joyce, see, if somebody did not put you in office, it's not responsible to you.
Okay, so you have a democratic process, and I would love for you to know that because it's not a platform that supports violence.
I get you, Joyce, but this democratic process will never take us anywhere.
Okay.
It will not.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling me. I really do appreciate it. You're on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, Joyce.
Mm-hmm. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
I think we have had enough in this country, and we're tired. And I don't know how long we'll get tired of being tired. Is it not time that we the citizens that are receiving the heat, come out for like a week? Everybody suspend whatever you're doing. Leave that job, leave those businesses. Let's go to the streets. Even our neighborhood. Let us all stand there and cry to God alone. Because this man called Tinubu cannot save us. We are not just saying because we hate Tinubu. We are saying because nothing is working in this country. Look at these poor people that left Nigeria after all that they have seen, the shaking they saw here. They went abroad and struggled. Only God knows the kind of things they did, how they labored themselves and come back to the base here. Look at what has become their reward for coming to invest in their own country again. And we are here calling every day. We call on radio. People will speak grammar. Some people will come to oppose what is right, what people are asking for. Maybe very soon now, the likes of the one that called, they know themselves. They will now begin to come and counter what people are saying. It's not time that people should come out in their neighborhoods and come to the streets.
Well,
let us cry. We are not going to fight anybody. It's called peaceful demonstration. Let us come out to the streets.
Well, that's your right. That's your right for sure. But
yes, it's my right.
You cannot
I will stay in my neighborhood and I will
people
protest.
Become violent.
We suspend the economy for one week. It's enough. Let us live. If we do not work for 1 week, we will not die. Already we are dead. Just like the lepers in the Bible. If you are there, you will die. If you go there, you die. But they eventually went and they succeeded. I think this thing is getting out of hand because we keep look at the number of people, look at the number of killings going on. As if it is not enough. Tomorrow again, as we're talking about, it's happening again. And these people are careless about it. All they're after is to go and they've already arranged on how to win the election again. They went and bring the man they call Amupita. That one that they've already given.
Who's that? Pardon me.
Last one is something.
Who's
this
that?
one that will be the worst.
Who's that? Who's Peter?
Amupita now. He's not the neck man. I don't know what you call him.
Okay. Well,
what's his name?
Well, so remember that if the people do not want the government, the people have a constitutional right to vote the government out of power. And that is the only legal thing I can give to you in the moment.
Yes, I know.
Exactly.
That is why I said that we should all come out and let us start the protest ahead of time. Because they've already structured the way it will go. Let them know.
So what exactly do you want to protest? Just out of curiosity, what do you want to protest for? For businesses? Because I just played your video about businesses. I was hoping you would share with me your business success or difficulty.
Protesting the bad economy. The bad government.
Okay, let me also suggest something to you. You see that it's necessary that you also are careful for what you're calling out for. If you remember, in the past, many of the protests, and this is just, one Nigerian to another, many of the protests have been hijacked by persons. So you don't want to start a peaceful protest, which of course is your constitutional right. And then, excuse me.
We're not going to allow anybody to hijack it.
Yeah, but I don't know if you're sure about that. And then you have some uneducated
we are
person.
Not going to, we are wise enough now.
Excuse me.
We are wise enough and more mature to handle protests.
I'm sure the last people who got on the protest said the same thing. So that's also something you have to understand. You also want to be careful.
We have the right within the law to go for it.
I'm not debating your right. I am just saying that it's necessary that whatever the Nigerian decides to do, that the Nigerian thoroughly calculates it. Like, you count the cost of what it's going to be. Whatever you deny, I'm not telling you what to do. The only thing I can say from here, the only thing I can say from here is we do not promote violence, we do not support it, and we do not encourage you to be violent. That is, yeah. So the rest is not for me to tell you.
Full violence, I call it. And anybody that comes to inject violence in it, we ourselves will tell the person to step aside. That is not violence. We are just crying, asking them to please do the needful. Help us. If all of us will not die and be buried at the same time, we will still, some of us will die. Nigeria will still remain. We are calling for peaceful protest.
It's your constitution. I'm not going to debate your constitutional right, and you do not need to submit it to me for approval. You have your rights, and you can do what your rights.
I've not eaten since yesterday, and I don't have anybody to cry to. That is where we stand. Some of us don't even have money to buy airtime and talk on phone because we are tired of talking. The same thing keep on repeating itself.
Thank you so much for calling me. Really,
our president told us that every nonsense is fair in politics. Can you imagine a leader making that kind of comment? And yet we are here debating 2027 for his re-election again.
I wasn't debating.
As if all is well.
Well,
look at the poor people coming with their investment. They've been rendered useless. Look at the number of people that is now out of job again. When crime continues, they tell us to go and fry and sell quickly. And
I can understand how you find this particularly
this
sensitive.
This country is strong.
Thank you.
Please, people should come out.
Thank you. So, should we play music at this point? I think enough if you're particularly triggered. These issues are for us to discuss it and find a way forward. The issues are, do we even have a plan? Then if we don't, we have to find a moving plan. But then, of course, you can understand how the plan has to begin from the top to the bottom. Well, ready for a break? Yes, we are. Well, for a break. We'll be right back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Who shapes the future of advertising?
Loading 30%.
The platforms?
Loading 45%.
The people who create ideas and choose what to believe?
Loading 60%.
Or the regulators?
Loading 90%.
Perhaps the future needs all three.
Join the industry conversation shaping the future of advertising at the ARCON Advertising Industry Colloquium 4.0, themed The Future of Advertising, the Role of Platforms, People, and Regulation.
Thursday, 6th August 2026. The Podium Event Center, Ikeja, Lagos, 8 a.m. prompt. Get ready.
In every family, there are moments that bring everyone together. The school run, the drive home, weekend adventures, the laughter around the table. Now there's a radio station built for those moments. From Lagos to Abuja to Port Harcourt, Kids FM 101.7 is where parents and children come together through music, fun, learning, games, stories, and shared experiences. A station designed for the whole family. Safe, positive, engaging. A place where curiosity is encouraged, imagination comes alive, and family time matters because the best memories are made together. Tune in to Kids FM 101.7 in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Kids FM 101.7. Family, let's play.
99.3 Nigeria Info comes information, conversation, and the stories that matter.
Similarly, Fubara, he has declared his support for President Bola Tinubu's second term.
A slave must be a slave, no matter the wealth they acquire.
Shola has been working all his life to tell you that he could not be the room and parlor. There's a house for his last born.
To claim he doesn't have any and using that to push his candidacy is disingenuous.
So that you continue to have on your mandate, we shall stand. Anything and everything in the National Assembly.
We are just getting lost every day. God will help us, so if we allow God to help us.
Let's talk right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
What's that station again?
Oh yeah, Kemo, come on. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So like here we talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one.
You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
What's that station again?
Oh yeah, Kemo, come on. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So like here we talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one.
You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce. Activate. We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
It's 2:30 on the clock. Actually, there's not enough time for us to continue our conversation. I want to thank you so much for your patience, to be honest. I had a few things to just rectify at the background. Nigeria. What about if I let you know that the sun has set, my work's done, because Hillary's in the studio? He wants to take you through a world of business. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean in numerical terms. Do you help people make money, or you just tell them about the money market? On how to make money within the money market. All right, let's go make money. See you tomorrow when the sun rises. My name's Joyce.
What's that station?